Protesters' efforts to derail elections and call for the government's resignation continued loudly on Wednesday. Anti-government protesters still occupied several busy intersections in the city and kept up the pace, dispatching marchers and convoys to government buildings. 2 protesters were injured in overnight violence, and there was an explosion at the opposition leader's empty house. Some feel the violence is intended to scare protesters from participating.
From what I can see, all the violence is coming from government supporters.
Well away from central Bangkok, caretaker Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra chaired a meeting here at Air Force headquarters, discussing the possibility of postponing the February 2nd general elections. Now, she invited the leaders of the opposition and the protesters. Both were a no-show.
After just 2 hours of discussions, the Prime Minister announced she would not change the date. The Election Commission has repeatedly called on the government to postpone the vote. Their Secretary General was at the table. With neither side budging, the protesters are, for now, here to stay. But some feel they're wearing out their welcome.
What we have seen in the last few days is that opinion in Bangkok has started to shift quite significantly, because many of the people who earlier supported these demonstrations, hated the amnesty bill, don't like Thaksin, really don't like the idea of this kind of disruption to the city.
There's little question that the Prime Minister's party will win the elections. But if this political deadlock remains, she'll start her new term with an even more divided Thailand. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.